Welcome to our Getting Started tutorial series. In this video, we'll create our first fleet. Let's dive in. So we start off inside of our All Projects page inside of Shipyard, and we want to work on creating our first fleet. So we're going to click our New Fleet button on the top left-hand corner of our web page here. So I'm going to click that, which is going to ask us to select a project. We're going to select the project that we made in part one of our Getting Started tutorial series, which was the Getting Started project here. And then you're going to click Select Project. You can create this in any project that you would like. It's not important to the end product here, but we're just going to continue on where we stopped in part one. So click Select Project, and it's going to take us into our Fleet Builder here in Shipyard, where you can see all of our library blueprints on the left side, as well as the ability to do code vessels with your own Python, Bash, or Node code. So what we're going to start with downloading a file from a web page. So HTTP, we're going to do download file from a URL. So if I click that, it's going to pop up with information on how to fill in the inputs that we have on the left. I'm going to close that for right now. Our vessel name, we're going to name download slinky dog dash ride data. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're going to take a CSV from a touring website that has wait times for Disney World rides. And we're going to download the CSV for the ride Slinky Dog Dash. So that's our vessel name. So we're going to put the file URL here, paste that in. Our file name, we can just name it slinky-dog-dash.csv. And then for folder name, we'll just do Disney_world_wait_times. Okay, so that's all the inputs that we need to download that file from that web page. And if you want to copy and paste that in like I did, feel free to look at our written guide that's in the description below, where you can copy and paste the same values that I just did. So I'm going to pull that up. So now once we have our file downloaded, we want to go ahead and email that file to us. So we're going to go back to add vessel. So we're going to click the plus sign here. We're going to search for our email vessels, and we have our vessel or our blueprint called send message with file. I'm going to click that. Again, it's going to pull up an authorization guide and then how you can use this blueprint. I'm going to close that for right now. So I can name this vessel email slinky dog dash ride data. Okay, so we're going to keep our TLS send method, our SMTP host. We're going to use Gmail and the port 587. In the authorization guide that I just closed on that pop-up, it'll show you how you can use this with other email services that are not Gmail, such as Outlook or other email services as well. So if you use any of those, feel free to check out that authorization guide to see how you can email from your account. You can see using the email blueprints, you can see that we have our Shipyard app test Gmail account in there for you. So if you just want to test sending an email out, just feel free to leave the username and password fields as they are. So you can edit your sender name. We're going to leave that blank just for simplicity here. I'm going to send this email to myself. You can CC or blind CC anyone. So subject line here, we're just going to put Slinky Dog Dash Ride Data, and then for our message we can say here are the wait times for Slinky Dog Dash. Okay, so for file name match type, so again we're going to grab that file that we had from our first vessel there. So that file name was slinky_dog_dash.csv, and then we put it in the Disney World wait times folder. Okay, so that's going to go grab that file from the first vessel after it finishes, and then it's going to email that out to me. So we need to connect these two together, and you can see that they'll connect on a success. So if that download fails in the first part, it won't just send a blank email or send a blank CSV or something like that. It'll stop the process and allow you to fix it before it sends that email out at all. And so also with each vessel inside of Shipyard, you can set up notifications if you would like for email notifications, or there's guardrails as well. We'll cover those in a later tutorial. So the last thing we want to do before we run this fleet is we want to click on the cog here, and we want to name this fleet. We're just going to name it download file from web page and email to user. Okay, and again, you can see the project name here as well that we picked earlier. So now our fleet is completely set up and ready to go. So I can click Save and Finish down here in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm going to click that, and it's going to take us to a page telling us that the fleet has been created successfully, which we'll see in just a moment, as you can see here. And then we want to go ahead and click Run Your Fleet. So clicking Run Your Fleet is going to take us over to the fleet log page so that we can monitor this on-demand run as it happens. So as well as on-demand runs, as we did here, you can also click on this trigger button on the top of your screen that allows you to schedule these runs as well as set up an API to use as well to kick these fleets off. We'll talk about those in a later tutorial. You can see in our fleet log here, you can see we have a log ID as well as information such as on the status of the fleet run, how many vessels are in there, the duration, and then the billable runtime. So this is what you would be charged for inside of Shipyard as it's running, as well as a start time and end time with dates over here. So you can see that both of our vessels are green now, which means that they finished. So you can click inside one of these rectangles in the Gantt chart, and it's going to take you to the Python output from that specific vessel run. So you can see all the variables that we set, as well as the password being hidden here for the email. But you can see all the variables that we've set here, and you can also see that it says attaching Slinky Dog Dash to message, and the message was sent successfully. So now if we open up my email, you can see that Slinky Dog. So we have our Slinky Dog Dash ride data as the subject line here from shipyardapptest@gmail.com. And then we also have the message that we said, here are the wait times for Slinky Dog Dash, and then here is our file. I can double click that, and it's going to open up that data inside of numbers here in just a moment. As it opens, there it is, and you can see there's our dates along with the posted wait time in minutes there. So in this tutorial, we talked about how we can download a file from a web page and then send it with an email. In our next installment of the Getting Started tutorial series, we'll add a custom code vessel into this fleet to make it just a bit more complicated. If you have any questions about this solution or any other potential solution, use the link in the description to set up a time to chat with our team of data experts. You can go to shipyardapp.com to start building powerful workflows just like this for free. Want to see us tackle more solutions? Check out these related videos.